are literally the walking miracle. If you want to know what I'm talking about and hear about some amazing SP success, you know what you gotta do. Stay tuned. Hello everyone and welcome to another wrestling episode of Spill the Tea Tuesday. My name is Flossie and I'm like the funniest, wittiest mindset coach as well as your OG Hype You Up Rampage Queen here on YouTube. If you want one-on-one coaching with me, links will be in the description box below, as well as you can choose to join the VIP group here with Nikki and I on YouTube, where we're doing an awesome challenge, a glow up challenge that is spanning through till the end of the year. Currently, we're working on Be Kind Rewind, which is all about revision. So revising patterns, relationships, money, self-concept, health, jobs, whatever. You're going to want to check that out because it covers a lot of areas of life. Anyhow, before I get going on the topic at hand, I'm going to go to my calendar. So this says, here we go, live, eat, and breathe pumpkin fucking spice. You know, that could be a fun item to put on your Wouldn't It Be Funny If list. If you don't know what my Wouldn't It Be Funny If list is to help you get confidence in the manifestor, I'm going to link that here. But that would be an awesome item to put on for purposeful manifestation. This says, don't be a douche nozzle. As in, don't be a douche nozzle and be subscribing to the 3D hoodie bullshit. Be a powerful creator that you are. This says every day is another fucking chance to swear. Absolutely. I do swear. I swear a lot, especially with command letters and rampaging. And you can too. Pardon my fucking French. Not. I swear a lot. And I particularly love to do so. And it says, I'm a loving person who says fuck a lot. Absolutely true. Obviously, I think that's the theme of this week, is swearing a ton. No worries. You can do that in your command letters, FU letters, probably not the love letters as much, but rampages, etc. And this says, make yourself some jack-o'-fucking-lanterns. Yeah, for those of you who are in the United States celebrating Halloween, have fun with some cool jack-o'-lanterns. Anyhow, I love Halloween. Can't wait. Let me get to the topic at hand. So today, I had a ton of phone calls and talked about a bunch of different things. But on one of my phone calls with a client, I was talking about many things I've manifested. We were talking about manifestations, and I jokingly said, I'm a walking miracle, bitches, which of course I am. But I was telling her that that would be a great idea for a video because you guys are literally a walking miracle. You are the walking miracle of your reality. Facts. Why? Because you're the operant power. And you are literally limitless. And I think a lot of times we limit ourselves and forget that we are literally the operant power. We can do have anything that we want. We can create anything that we want, and our 3D reality must conform. And unfortunately, sometimes we limit ourselves. And, you know, I've had, like I said, multiple calls today, and on a call with a different client, you know, she was really limiting herself unintentionally, and she was powerful as fuck manifestor. And because she had the assumption that she could only manifest so much money, she found that she would only manifest so much money. And while that number was a fairly decent amount of money, it wasn't anything to sneeze at, she felt like she couldn't manifest anything beyond that. Because every time she tried, it wouldn't happen. And she just would reaffirm to herself, I can't manifest that. That isn't going to happen to me. Like manifestation, like I can manifest, but only up to this amount. She was limiting herself when in fact she's limitless. And when we tell ourselves we can't manifest this or we can't manifest that, we are so powerful that we will literally create a 3D reality where that's mirrored back to us, reflected back to us, where it will appear as though we can't manifest a money or a relationship or whatever if we're telling ourselves that we cannot do so. I think a lot of times we forget that we can literally be, do, or have anything that we want. And we have to stop seeing the 3D reality as legit hardcore facts, because it's not. It's changeable by us. If it was absolute, if it was an absolute and it was just set in stone, we wouldn't be able to change it by changing our thoughts. We wouldn't, you know, get different versions of people. We wouldn't be able to do appearance changes. And I don't look at the 3D as an entire illusion, but at a minimum, it's a partial illusion. Why? Because it's alterable by us changing our thoughts, by us choosing different thoughts. and the 3D reality conforms to that. Like, it seems like a miracle, it's just manifestation, but see, you are the miracle weaver. You are literally the walking miracle because you decide what you can be, do, and have. And based on your thoughts and assumptions that you choose, because you're the one with free will, the 3D has to, almost like magic, become that. And it's not magic. We know that it's manifestation. We understand what manifestation is, but it seems that way. Having said that, a lot of people must stop seeing the 3D reality as absolute facts. And have to keep in mind that how you preface things to yourself is very important. If you're looking at what SP says or what anyone says to you in your 3D realities as that's the way that it is and they won't change their mind, and you're using terminology that makes it seem as though they can choose to do whatever they want to do in your 3D reality when we all know that they cannot, you're going to create a 3D reality where that appears to be so. If you get stuck on SP said this, SP's not going to accept that, SP doesn't want to be with me, this job doesn't want me, I can't have this much money, that's literally what you're going to experience. Now, you're the one that says what goes. I don't care what SP says. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. I don't give a fuck what SP says. I don't care what SP says. If it is not in line with what you want to experience, literally, in case you have forgotten all about this crotchety biatch here who's always hungry for your bullshit, you put it straight in here where it literally belongs. You don't continue to entertain it. I had a client today who was telling me that her SP basically said the relationship was done and live your best life. And then they went no contact. You know what? We had a call today. Just a few hours ago. Wasn't it, the time between me having the call with her and that call ending and her writing me saying that her specific person, that she's had movement and that he actually kissed her, was literally 4 or 5 hours or whatever in between having the call and her texting me. I don't think it was any more than that. It couldn't have been much more than that. Not that I looked at the exact amount of time, but it was a very short amount of time. It literally wasn't even a day. It literally wasn't even 12 hours. It wasn't 10 hours. I don't think it was 8 hours. I don't even think it was 7 hours. It was 4 or 5 hours or something like that. And she went from being in no contact to getting kisses from SP. You want to know why? Because when we talked on the phone and I reminded her about who the fuck she was and told her to stick her any sort of victim mentality, if she had any, in here in the trash where it belongs, and to literally put the old story in the garbage and to command SP to do what she wants to do via either, a written command letter, a typed out command letter, or a verbal express command letter, along with, of course, the resistance letter, FU letter, and just step back into that power, take control of that damn 3D reality, and tell it whatever way it's going to go, and tell this, you see this right here, the double middle fingers to the 3D hood shit bullshit, because you're like, no, I'm not putting up with shit in my 3D reality. I don't want. Why? Because I'm literally the walking miracle, bitches. Hardcore fucking facts. Step into your power. Motivate yourself. Remember who you are. Do the wouldn't it be funny if list that I linked up earlier so that you can see how powerful that you are, so that you can show yourself that you can manifest different things, and then change what's on that list. Keep adding different things to the list. Increase the difficulty of the list. There's times that I've manifested what seemed to be outrageous things. And you know what I did? I made my list more difficult in my perceived eyes. Now, I know that all manifestations are essentially equal and that it's no more difficult to manifest $1 than $1 million. But we might have resistance to some things depending on our dominant thoughts, assumptions, stories, and the things that we've experienced. And you've got to put all that in the garbage can and give the almighty this to whatever in the 3D reality is not suiting you. You don't have to continue to subscribe, but have a buy-in, acknowledge or accept a 3D that doesn't work for you. This doesn't mean we're going to run around the 3D reality acting delusional, claiming that we're millionaires when we have 2 nickels, but in our mind, we can be a millionaire while we're manifesting our money. In our mind, we can be in that relationship while we're manifesting SP, even if in the 3D we're in no contact. Because you can go from no contact to kisses in hours. Could be minutes. Could literally be seconds. As the operant power of your reality, where you can literally have anything that you want. I'm going to link the video where I talk about command letters at length for different situations, because you can use that type of tool to reduce the resistance that you have around the manifestation. Facts. Be the walking miracle that you are. Step into that power as the operant power be reality. You do not have to accept a 3D reality that does not work for you. You don't have to continue to engage in the 3D suffering. Don't make yourself suffer. Not when you're the one that runs the shit. Why would you make yourself suffer when you're the one that runs the show? Don't do that. Don't do that. Your stuff can turn around as quick as you can snap your finger. It can turn around like the zap of a lightning bolt. Because I always say that writing a command letter, an FU letter followed by a command letter literally zaps the people in my 3D reality like a lightning bolt. Use tools that help you. Not that you have to. You can literally just affirm and persist. But, sometimes when the 3D reality appears difficult, we have assumptions that don't work for us. And those assumptions can have an emotional charge to them. Can you affirm when you're anxiety-ridden, stress-ridden, in desperation, miserable, sad? Of course you can. But a lot of times it's easier to affirm and persist when some of those emotions are toned down, and you can tone them down. You can put the almighty snuff them out with some of those tools. And then have your repetition of thought, aka affirming, and then persist in the thoughts, persist in the 3D reality that you want to experience. Don't waver. Assign meanings that work for you. Assign meanings that work for you. Because like I said before, and I'll say it again, you are literally the walking miracle. You are the operant power. It is you who says what goes. It is you that has the free will. It is you that chooses how your 3D reality is going to be. And it absolutely, without a doubt, must conform to those thoughts and assumptions that you create, that you choose to create, aka your thoughts ultimately create your reality. Hardcore facts. 3D is an illusion, and make that illusion work for you. So drop any comments, questions, or concerns that you have below, because I always want to check them out. And as usual, I'll talk to you later. Bye.